Yo. Um, so, welcome. It's been a while since I've fucking done a stream. For several reasons. Really? But, basically, today I figured, hey, I got an interesting, workable idea for a drawing thing. So, here I am going to draw it and talk about the whole process with you all. 'Cause, why not, yeah? Wait, okay, settings, what on earth? Okay. Also gonna have to be able to see what's being said in chat, if anything. So I'm gonna quickly start up Twitch on my phone so I can keep track of that. And yeah. Twitch. Okay. So it's been a while. Shit. Oh, fuck. Wait. Oh, fuck. This is really embarrassing. Oh, fuck. Stream manager. Okay. So, edit. This is going to be drawing stream, category, okay, update, okay, alrighty, so, basically, to start off, the idea that I got was to start, like, I've recently started I've recently started that on, like, getting obsessed with, like, fucking, I got obsessed with Five Nights at Freddy's security breach shit. Not because I played the game. No. I can't really do that right now because I can't do that in the first place. I really can't do that in the first place. But because I'm a weenie baby and don't want to I'm a weenie baby and I'm not really good with horror of any sort, really. But the thing that really got me going was the whole, like, maybe not even community, but, like, I've watched so much footage of people playing this game, it's not even funny. And also all yettings, because I was bored. But, you know. So, the thought that hit me today was that I was minding my own business today. And I started looking at all this art that I thought was so cool. And then, like, out of nowhere, I managed to find some Animal Crossing art. And then my brain said, hey, put two and two together. What if you drew the characters from Security Breach as Animal Crossing style characters? And my thought was, hell yeah, let's do that. And then after some deliberation, here we are. So, yeah. But like, holy shit. It's gonna be fun. I just need to hit the right thing. And here we go. Boom. And I will also say that I've already picked out, like, this part of the stream is gonna be me starting from scratch with this whole drawing. And that whole shebang is, we're gonna start by drawing Roxanne Wolf. I know I am terrible at drawing wolves, but I don't care. This is my stream. I do what I want. And I actually already have some processes to help me with that, basically. So the first thing that I always try to do when I'm trying to do a serious drawing is I gather reference images. And I've already done that, so you guys don't have to watch me fumble and stutter as I do that, basically. So I'm going to make them visible. Boom. We got an image of Roxanne, and image of Animal Crossing villager. I feel dumb that I don't even remember this one's name. But they're a wolf, so their wolf guide, there's going to be a guide to how I do this, so might as well start with that. But now, the first thing I'm going to do with these refs is going to go in properties. I know you guys can't see this, but whatever. I'm going to bring their opacity down so I'm not distracted by not too distracted by them being solid colors. So now I'm going to start on the posing. Posing is really fucking simple. I always start with the head and go down. And I usually always make, it's hard to speak, god damn it. But, I always start with the head and then go down. And in this case, our head is very circular because this is a wolf we're talking about, or rather this wolf, very circular for the most part. And then now I'm gonna have to proportion this all out, but I can do this. And once again, starting with basic shapes is the easiest damn thing in the world to do for this whole process. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah. So I actually usually use lines to make the limbs do their thing. I don't know exactly what pose I want, but to be totally frank, the most I had was sticky notes in front of me to plan this stream, so, but I'll just do something simple for the sake of making this easy. Whoa, that's too long. Okay. So we got all this going. And then now I just need to, wait, no, that's, I hear a cat outside my door. God damn it. It's not that I hate my cat, it's just like, I don't hate my cats, people. It's just that I would like to not have to deal with them 100% of the time, because I deal with them most of my day. So I'm gonna move this to the center. Not that that's always what you want to do in this case, but whatever. Gonna make Roxanne's tail. I found that the easiest way to make this stuff look more interesting, like, it doesn't look too interesting right now because it's just basically a basic sketch. But, and since we're making Roxanne, I'm gonna make Roxanne look dead at the camera, so it's for safety purposes, so, and also so it's simpler to draw her face, really. I actually may want to do something with the body real quick. Okay. This is going to look interesting, is most I know. Okay. I'm gonna add her and give her a neck as well, because as much as I'd like to fully adhere to Animal Crossing drawing rules, like, I'm not really good at doing necklace characters for the most part either. To be totally frank. But yeah. So we got our basic pose. Another tip I'm gonna give is that you don't even, like, with hands, like, people usually, like, it seems that it's common art trend to say, oh, hands are the worst, don't ever it's a common trend for people to be like, oh, hands are so hard. Dude, literally start with a circle, add some lines, and then go back to them when you can. That's the simplest goddamn thing in the world. If you prepared for it. Yeah, it is. Ay. Once again, this is a basic goddamn sketch, but yeah. Whoops, that line don't look right. Damn it. Okay. Here I go cursing at Paint.net for something I'm doing. Oh well. Okay. And then I'm also going to add some detail to here for, once again, safety purposes. And here we go. We got our pose. Now it's time to start on the line art, which I'm going to add another layer. I'm going to add another layer to do this. And then I'm going to switch my brush and brush thickness to 4. And then now it's time to start on. Now it's time to start on the line art portion of this drawing. So, my first tip that I always give with line art, is to, like, I always start with the face, but that's maybe just me, I don't fucking know. But basically, I always start, whenever you work on a face, always start with the nose, if you have one. If the character has one, it's always gonna be right below where the two face lines intersect. So it's gonna be right below where the two face lines intersect, and that makes things way simpler for the rest of the face, because if you follow that to a T, the eyes are going to be one nose length apart, maybe a little less, maybe a little more, depending on how far apart the character is and their biology and all that jazz. But another tip I'm going to give is that since the character is facing the camera, I can very quickly copy paste the eyes, because they're, not being one of them is not being overshadowed by the other, considering the pose that I've decided to go with. And yeah, so if I'm gonna, once again, this is a very simplified way of drawing, because, well, I guess I'll get to that in a bit, but very simplified for the most part. But it's going to be good. I guess I'll just stop with the face details for now and then move on to the rest of the body, really. And I'm gonna pay close attention to the fact that that Roxanne has these little, well, I'm pretty sure the tufts of fur or whatever, but it's metal because it's an animatronic. But anyway, basically, I'm gonna add those details and then add the whole. Maybe it'd be simpler to just add the circle at this rate. Add the circle first and erase some lines later. It's not going to hurt anyone to erase some lines. The only way it's going to hurt someone is that if you do it on the wrong layer. Seriously. But now, I'm going to perform a magic trick and zoom in. Then I'm going to do the Saruni. And since these are like more pointy, I'm going to keep them that way on, like, since they're more pointy on Roxanne's raw model, I'm going to keep them like that for now. But gonna do that for now, and then add more line. Okay, perfect. Now I just gotta erase. Like, there's two ways to erase these sort of lines. There's obviously just rubbing your eraser all over where you need to erase. Or you can, or in my case, I can use the select tool to just go like that. Pretty simple. But I'm just gonna carefully erase the lines for now because I don't trust myself with the select tool, so that's fun. But yeah, I'm also gonna add some. Yeah, I already did that with the side, but like, if you more rounded edges equals more. For me, more rounded edges means that it looks maybe not better, but looks more organic than just a dead straight line, basically. This is also why I like working with circles and shit like that, because they're very simple. And yeah. But you know, so now I'll start with that line and adjust the rounded edges so it looks better. Now it's time for the ears, which, boom, round, maybe not round, what the hell am I saying? But we got this going on, boom, we got one cool ear done, and I can, in theory, copy and paste this, or I can do something else with the other ear, which is what I'm gonna do. Gonna do a different position with the other ear because it makes it more interesting that way. And yeah, so we got most of the face taken care of. Now I gotta add. I'm gonna quickly review. Yeah, okay. I know what I'm doing now. I was quickly reviewing what Roxanne's ears look like so I could, get them right. So I'm gonna do this. And then, I guess I don't need to add that line for now because the ears are facing the camera, so I don't have to do some crazy shisa with the angles, basically. And so, don't have to do crazy shit with the angles, so I'm gonna just continue. Okay, I messed up on the first line. God damn it. Bump. So yeah, we got a basic face. Got a basic face with basic features that aren't fully laid out yet. And that's going well. So now I'm going to refer to the image here. And I guess I don't really I can't really fully articulate how Roxanne's hair moves, so I'm just going to assume that that the little tuft over here is going to curve to the right, my right, Roxanne's left. So gonna add that a Rooney. Gonna add that a Rooney because why not? And then okay. So we got a nice little tuft here. Now I've got to erase the right lines, if I can get the right tool. I'm gonna keep that eye line for now, or the eye that's inside this zone right now, so I can more easily figure out facial stuff. So, doop-a-doo. Okay. Control X. Perfect. Now I'm going to add a line here to demonstrate that she's got more hair behind what this tuft of hair is doing. Fuck. It'd be nice if I could fucking click on the right thing. But now, before I add the rest of her hair, I'm going to work on the body. The body and legs and tail and all that. So, simplest thing in the world, add the neck. Like, doesn't even have to be an amazing, like in this case, it's usually these characters don't even have necks. Because, well, it's Animal Crossing. But for here, I need to add a neck because that's what I feel comfortable doing. Then now, to continue, gonna boop-a-doo. Okay. Perfect. Do-do-do. Also, I'll point out, I may not be a professional artist or whatever. Professional artist, it's not my what I'm doing as a career anyway, but I've been drawing for so long, might as well, it's a hobby at this rate, basically. It's a hobby that I work on and also like to utilize when I'm doing other stuff. So, that's what I'm doing, basically. So now I'm gonna add the legs, which, with legs, it's, even though I drew straight lines for the sketch, I'm gonna slightly bend them. I'm gonna slightly bend them for the sake of more realistic stuff, for make it more interesting looking, and also because that's not how fucking knees work IRL. Not that that's always a matter. That's not that that's always an important matter, but you know. So now we got a whole leg. We got a whole leg. We got a whole ass leg here. I'm going to add the detail, which, admittedly, I guess maybe I could probably do this with more than one line. More than one line for the sake of making it look a little better than what I was going to do. And then I make another line on accident. Really? God damn it. And then now I'm going to make a more bent line for this leg so that it's, more, once again, more interesting than to look at than just the same leg. Really. I'm also gonna have to start erasing lines once I'm done with these. Done with the legs, that is. So, well, erasing, at least on this side anyway. And now I can do something interesting with, since I'm working with slight cartoon logic here, I'm going to add a slight angle to this foot, which I'm gonna add a slight angle to here. Well, gonna do that first. And then I'm gonna do this. So we get the illusion of it being, in a sort of, like, maybe not the illusion, but we make it look like it's sort of in motion, basically. And then I realized I need to make this foot a little bit larger. Oh well, because I made it too small. Now that I think about it. Boop-a-doo. Ta-da! Now I can add the lines that make this look more smooth. Ta-da! And now I just need to erase this little bastard and that a little bit. And also this. Okay. So we got more of a base for the base body. I'm gonna add the details later because, once again, details aren't necessarily a thing you need to worry about until you're later in the process, really. So now I'm going to do this and add some more stuff. Once again, this seems really lame, but the process seems really lame at first, but then once you're more tuned to it, you begin to really just enjoy the process of drawing, which, even though the end product is nice and you worked your ass off working on it, it's still nice to look back and say, hey, this is all the work I put in, and this is what came out of it. So, at least that's how I feel. But yeah, actually may want to thicken up that a little bit. Crap. Thicken this part up, actually. So I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker. That's maybe a little bit, I don't know if it's too thick yet. Okay, that's better. Gonna okay, that looks okay. And I like that, so let's continue. Let's continue, Rooney. Erase all this. Erase all that. add a line here for sake of not wanting to go insane. And then we add, like, the way I do thumbs, that I usually keep the line that shows that it's distinct from the rest of the arm here. But then when I add the fingers, I make sure that it's simple to see that the finger is also separate from the thumb. And also, since I'm working with cartoon logic, cartoon hands rather than Animal Crossing hands, I'm going to add 3 fingers because that's what I do. But, yeah. And, yeah. So, we got, well, they want to make 2 lines for this, actually. Boom. Well, I guess I can do this too. I'm gonna have to slightly erase that and redo the hand. Not redo the hand, but like make that little edge a little less straight, basically. Because, yeah. Well. Okay. Make that a little less straight. Erase the shit that I don't want. Do. So now you have a somewhat workable left arm for Roxy here. And then now, another trick that I really like with Paint On It in particular is that with the Magic Wand tool, I can select an area, and then I can select a zone, and then anything that I draw that's in that zone stays, and then I can just do this, so I don't have to do more erasing when it comes down. I don't have to do more erasing once comes time to do that. Adding some extra lines for detail's sake. And then now I'm going to unselect that, select this, if I can get the right tool. And then I'm going to look at the reference image. Yes, Roxanne does have a white tip to her tail, so I was right. And then I can just boop, maybe a little like that, boop, boop, boop. Perfect. That's heckin' perfect. And then I realized that I just made that line a little too low. Whoops. Time to fix that. Made that line a little bit too low. I can fix that with this. And made that a little too low too. So I'm going to fix that. And then erase what I don't need. Doop-a-doo. Erasing that for the sake of ease later. And then adding the lines back. Fun to do. Okay. So, now Roxanne has a tail. That's great. Woo! And now it's time to start on this arm. I'm gonna try to keep a reference of where the left arm is, so I know where I want to put the lowest point for this arm. Like, admittedly, this arm is down, but I'm gonna say that the lowest point is gonna be this arm, or gonna be this little point right here. I'm gonna move that to the side a little, and then gonna boop, ba-doop. Yeah. Okay, that works. And then also another thing I'll bring up, I'm not gonna make goddamn. I'm losing my words. Basically, I'm gonna assume that since this is Animal Crossing inspired, I'm going to assume that I don't want to make a busty wolf. So, yeah, sorry people. I'm just not wanting to deal with that right now. But, yeah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Well, I guess that's a detail, so I'll add that later, but gonna quickly add this. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. And then I'm going to start adding the fingers. I usually go with I usually start adding the finger that's closest to the thumb first, and then add the other fingers as they fit in, basically, because that's just makes things simpler for everyone, really. So sometimes I go right to left, sometimes I go left to right on the fingers. Depends on what's up and how close they are to the thumb. So, yeah. I'm also going to take another look at okay, so Roxy's got some nice little nails, as I may have put a lampshade on before. And so, I'm going to add them real quick. Gonna add them. Boop. Boop. Doo-doo-doo. Gonna add them real quick. Whoops, that's not the right line to start with. Then also this final little nail. Perfect. Now I can erase as needed. Hum-de-do. Alrighty, so that's one hand down. One hand down, now time to work on the other hand. And since the back of the hand is facing away, I'm just not going to add that third line I did for the other ones. So then we get to see the exact length, like the pointiness of these little things, basically. Ta-da! Actually, may want to redo that first line. And then add this. Ta-da! Perfect. So we got the whole body down. Now, time for clothes. Very simple. Very heckin' simple. I'll start with the things that make. I'll start with the little bands that Roxy has around like most of her clothing because, well, they're pretty damn important to take into account with how this character is designed, considering she's got spikes and all that other shit around, but, so I'm gonna do this, boop, ba-doop, gonna add a slight curve to that as well, because this is a band after all. You know, both in the context of the game and this character's clothing, basically. Gonna slightly curve this line for more interest. And that's dog bark. Nice. Slightly lower that too. Then add the line for this right here. Then slightly stretch it out. Also, this is a crop top, so I have to account for the lines there too. So I'm gonna do that right here. And since I am a wuss, I'm gonna not make it a different color. So it's simpler, basically. Because I don't want to do something terribly drastic. And now, oh yeah, I also have to count, like, I guess you can't really clearly see it in this image, but this is basically like a 2-part bikini almost for what Roxy's wearing anyway, which a little, like, it's not even an issue for me, but not even an issue. I'm just, yeah. Oh yeah, and then we have to deal with the leg and arm warmers too, because apparently this game is set in the 80s or some shit. I don't fucking know, but yeah, I actually have a pair of leg warmers in IRL because, well, I think they're cool, and they, you know, add some more variety to my design to my style when I'm not, you know, trying to look professional, basically. So, yeah, that's fun. Gonna add a slight bulge here, so it's a little more clear that it's a leg warmer. And then erase the lines as needed. Erase lines as needed. Erase this line because I need to. Also want to point out, like, am I tripping, or is the intro to this game basically just Jump, the song? I'm not gonna play it because copyright, but, you know, because copyright's a bitch. But anyway, but yeah, adding a slight bulge to these lines for the sake of interest. I'll add the full detail to these guys later. Boop-a-doop-doo. Boop-a-doop-doo. I guess now that I think about it, I didn't really need a reference image for the wolf villager, but oh well. They're gonna be there. Might as well make that apparent from here, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, and now we gotta add now it's time to add the heckin' hair. I'm gonna zoom out a bit for this. Gonna add the hair to this. Make it wavy, because that's what Roxanne has. Make it as wavy and as 80s as I can. I may actually want to, okay. Yeah, it goes down past her, like, almost to her tail level, almost. So. Do. And then adding that for sake of interest. Damn it, now that song's stuck in my head. Oh well. Oh, and then I also have to add that little bangle on the little on on Roxy's right ear. So I will do that in a moment. Okay, so now I'm gonna erase that to add more stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna add that bangle real quick. Okay. Don't forget the bangle. It's not entirely important, but it's an important part to this character's look. Because, yeah, 80s, am I right? And now I'm gonna add, actually, okay. So I could start by adding all the and then I realized I needed to add that wristband to this side too. Dang it. Here I go being scatterbrained again. Oh well. I'm gonna keep that, well, I'm gonna make that a little bit different, seeing as, well, it's an arm, like a little arm warmer thing, but okay. Gonna make that there. Gonna add this here. And then now it's time to add the wristband here so I don't forget. Chat's been rather quiet. Oh well. I'm gonna erase these lines because that's important for now. Okay, perfect. I may want to adjust the line in the center of this left arm. Okay. Ta-da! Okay. I'm now gonna... I'm not gonna start on the face details, because why not? I'm gonna first start by magic wanding these little dudes, so they don't leak into other areas, because I like using circles for my pupils. And then slightly adjusting that, and also doing this because I know that these characters have like an inner pupil, and I just don't really want to do just that basically. Okay. Oh, need to switch that. So I did. Ta-da! Okay. So now I can add little places where these lines need to connect. Ta-da! I'm going to add eyelashes, because we can't forget about the eyelashes, because it's also more 80s shit. I guess like I'll also go on about the fact that I also animate in my free time, because, well, that's most of the reason why I draw like this. Because, well, I guess for me, it's not about, like, I usually prioritize simple, I usually am better at character design than I am at background design. Usually better at that, character design over background design, because that's what I, grew up doing. And as a result, you can ask me to draw a character and boom, you get something like this. But then, like, if you ask me to draw a background, I'll be like, here's a crappy tree, and then not much else can come of that, basically. But, yeah. Now it's time to add this too, because I almost forgot to add that. Woohoo-hoo-hoo. Do. Okay, I'm gonna make that a little less incongruous with that inner belly fur line. Ta-da! Okay, this is actually not looking like crap, so that's good. And then now it's time to add the tooth lines here for the sake of making it look nicer. Boom. And then now I just gotta add spikes and the details to the leg and arm warmers. Cool. I can do that. So, if I can look at the reference image again. Oh, so there's studs on the wristbands and the lower part of the bikini, basically. So I can actually cheat a little bit and just use circles for the stuff. Cheat a little bit or cut some corners on this. I can cut some corners on this, not all of them, so that's what I'm doing. Ta-da! I also forgot to erase these lines. God damn it. So here I am fixing that. Perfect. I'm also going to erase a little here to add detail. And then add a little more so it doesn't look completely weird. Okay. Also gonna add a little bump here for some more detail. I should probably do the same for the other hand. That's what I'm gonna do. Bunk. Perfect. Ta-da! Oh, I also have to deal with the little studs on her collar. Or is that a collar? I don't know. Oh well. I guess now that the direction has shifted slightly, this might as well be like me drawing these characters as in my style and without being animatronics, but no, well. Because, like, I don't do mechanical stuff very well unless it's a very specific kind of mechanical stuff. Not that I'm, like, that sounds weird. Oh, well. But, yeah, so I can do simple mechanical stuff, but I can't really do complex mechanical stuff to basically make that clear. So, yeah, now we got all the line art done. Or, well, not all the line art done, now that I think about it. Gonna quickly start by adding the lines I need to add here, because these aren't cartoon feet, these are wolf feet. They aren't nubs, they've got digits. And then now I can add the claws and add some dimension. This is looking really great. I'm actually really happy with this. Holy shit. Have time to erase the insides so they're more clear. Perfect. Perfecto on the left foot. Now I just need to do it on the right foot. Adding claws to the right foot. Perfect. Okay. Perfect as heck. Okay. So now I can start to add Roxy's face markings as well, because she's got some. Whoops. I'm gonna need to look at them again. Okay. Ta-da! I'll add that line and then do like this. Okay. I'm gonna add some more detail to them, make them a little more pronounced, so that's what I'm doing here. Making them more pronounced. Ta-da! Okay. Okay. This is going well. I'm really happy with this, actually. Okay. So now we come to the interesting bit where I'm going to have to start sourcing colors in order to, I can actually probably get rid of the basic sketch now, which is what I'm going to do. Boop. Ta-da! And now, I also, how did I forget that this character had, like, lipstick? What the hell? Okay. So, now it's time to add that too. Make it a little more obvious that it's Roxy. Not just not a persona or some crap. Okay. Okay, holy shit. This is really good. I'm gonna start by filling in what needs to be black. So, start with the darkest, maybe not the dark, well, if you're working with traditional art, do not start with the darkest color, seriously. It will not be good for anyone. Especially your art teacher, if you're still in school. But I usually start with like getting all the black out so it's simpler, so I know what zones need to be filled later, basically. But yeah. Okay. Oh, these also need to be black. Perfect. And also this. Boop. Alrighty. So now, I'm going to magic wand, boop, 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 boo. Then start adding. I'm gonna add all of the little. I'm gonna add like the little tiger stripes. I'm just gonna say the tiger stripes because I just don't know, but. Gonna say the tiger stripes because I don't know what else they could be, basically. But we got this. This is actually going really fucking well. I'm really happy about that. Holy shit. And now there's a fucking fly around my desk. Ay, ay, ay. I actually, a step that comes after this, the coloring, is actually probably going to be the fastest step because I don't want to do crazy ass shit with the colors right now. But that should be fun. But it's going to be fun nonetheless because, well, I get to sample a lot of those colors from the reference image I chose, basically. Okay. Perfect. So now we get all the line art out of the way. Perfect. Line art and the black out of the way. So now I'm going to do something unconventional by slightly, maybe not unconventional, but I'm going to select this area real quick. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. So, since that is slightly underneath the zone that I'm trying to deal with here, I am going to sample. Okay, I'm gonna sample the color, like a slightly darker color from slightly darker color, and then I'm going to select the area over here. What? That's the wrong layer. Okay, that is definitely wrong layer. That's not enough that I need. Jesus. Okay. This is not working the way I want it to for now. Oh well. I'm gonna do that. Perfect. And then now I can fill that in with the color I want. And so we got that taken care of. So now I can select another color and select the color I want to. Well, Scheisse. I just realized that I may have wanted to use a different color. Oh well. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go back down to the right layer. Select that color because I don't want to get that wrong. You get back on the right layer. Boom. Okay. Now I can fill in that green and get it off my mind for now. Oh, wrong layer. Okay. We are in the home stretch. Oh, whoops, wrong layer. God damn it. Okay, so that looks like a pretty okay effect from what we've got going on. You can still clearly see the eye, and it's, yeah, it's not being blocked, but you can still see it. So now I just need a eye color. I may actually want to move this specific reference image, so it's simpler to get the colors I need. Whoops, wrong layer again. Yay. Actually, you may want to mess with the color here for now. Can I make that a little brighter? Hell yeah, that looks so much better. And yeah, now we can start. Okay, I'm sorry, Animal Crossing Villager. I'm just gonna have to get rid of you for now. Control X. Perfect. Okay. So now it's time to fully color this. Hell yeah. Whoops, wrong layer. This is gonna be a fun trend to deal with. Wait, did I get the right color? Actually, can probably make this layer not as that again, or not. Better said, I can make this layer not as transparent. So hell yeah. Okay. So now I can go back to the right layer and start filling this in. Oh no, I just realized I messed up. Oh no. Okay, I need to fix that. Yeah, I put this on the wrong fucking part of the body. God damn it. Well, here we go for realizing it. Yay for me for realizing. I'm happy. Is it bad that I feel like if someone pointed it out, I would have noticed that immediately? Oh well. Oh well, I'll fix that. I'll fix that. I know I got the legs right, but one of the arms had to be an issue. Whoops. Time to zoom in. Deal with that. Deal with this. And then... Perfect. Okay. So... now I can move back to doing that. And not get heckin'... not feel fucking stupid about it. I'm gonna just fully color these hands for the sake of simplicity as well. Dumby-do. Okay, this is looking really awesome. I love this so much. Okay. Now I can add lip. Wrong layer. Oh my god. It keeps scaring me. It shouldn't though. It's a part of life. But now we gotta go back up to here, get the right color, go back down, boom, boom, boom. Oh, Okay. I'll just, you know what, I'll make this a little bit lighter for the sake of clarity. Same with the tip of the tail. Now I know what color this can be. Gonna make that a smidge darker. Boom. This is... holy shit. I'm really liking this. Okay. Oh wait. Color... refs. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. I'm actually really happy with how this looks. Holy crap. I really like it. Yeah. Now I'm going to select that color and then fill in the rest. And then also select this color. Fill in the nails here on the feet. Or the claws, excuse me. And then now I just need to select this color, make it a bit more green, and then add them to these nails. Okay. So that means that I can now get rid of this reference image. Click. And get rid of this. Oh my gosh. And then fill in all of the white space, basically. So let's start with that. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, Boom. Boom. Ta-da! We got done with Roxy. So, here we are. And, yeah. Wow, it took me a little over an hour. That's impressive. So, yay. Now, so yeah, I guess now it's time for me to close up and yeah, close up and, save this, because I guess I probably should have been doing that to begin with, but oh well. But yeah, thanks for sticking by, and yeah, thanks for watching me go through all this.